at the end of the day, for me, at the end of the day, it's a question of what works best for my workflow and for the events that I do. And I've established that depending on the event, DJ, algorithm DJ actually works best. Okay. So let us talk about DJ. All right. So here's DJ. I have it set up right now. It's hooked to my Rain 4, which I just got because I was looking for a controller that can work very well with this software. You see, that's another thing too to keep in mind. At the end of the day, there's so many options out there, but we need to figure out what works best for us. Before
Mm.
this, I was using a controller called the Reloop Mixon 8, which actually is almost like it was built for DJ. It's the integration with DJ is seamless. However, like I said in the chat at one time, it's a melon of a controller because there's so many issues reported all over the world, by the way, by everybody that uses it. And it's just unfortunate, really. Um, so I had to switch. I got an update saying that they finally given full control for the Rain 1 or Rain 4, I should say. So thankfully, I was able to get that. So that's what I'm using. And of course, this is a Serato controller. So it works perfectly with Serato. So switching between those two, depending on the event, like I said, this helps with that. All right, so let's get to it. Let me get this out of the way. There we go. All right. So let's talk DJ. First of all, the layout. The layout is very similar to everything else that we have seen before. Any DJ, goes 2 decks. If you want to do four, you can do four for those of us that mix 4 decks.
The component chat,
I think,
sorry for
yes,
the interruption. Is it
yes.
possible for you to join the Zoom from that laptop and
So
not
you can
join,
share the screen.
so you can share the screen? So
Oh,
because
am I not sharing the screen?
no, it's hard for you. It looks like you have a remote camera up here
Yeah.
somewhere. And then, so if you can join the Zoom on that laptop and
Interesting.
yeah,
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. No, no, no. I see. That was my fault. I will
okay.
fix that. I'll fix that.
All right. Okay.
Can you
Excellent.
see my screen?
Yes.
Right. So something like this. So if you share your screen, can you guys see my screen? Can you see my
No,
DJ?
we only seen your background.
Okay.
Okay, now it looks like you're excellent. Perfect.
Okay.
So
So
Now,
if you
wait.
can share it so we can see clearly things like that.
Okay, so you still can't see my screen?
did you share? So maybe
I
Lady X should stop sharing.
Yeah,
Uh,
let me see. Let me see what I'm doing over here. Okay. Hold on. All right, let me switch. Yeah, let me switch screens.
how the hell do I stop sharing?
There should be a button.
Oh, I found it. I
Yeah.
found it.
Can you believe it that we don't know Zoom anymore?
Okay, so let me see. Um, do you see the screen now? Or do you still see
We don't
my
see.
my
We
my,
see,
my
we
big
see your
head?
big glasses.
Oh, okay.
And that's okay.
How
Now
about
we do.
now? How about
Now, perfect.
Okay, much better. Okay.
Yes.
So, I mean, let's summarize this quickly. Let's talk about the features that I actually appreciate about this. So, I have this setup, it plays, so that's fine. The main things for me are the ability to, well, sorry, DJ Pro's auto mix feature, which I believe a lot of others have. I think Serato has autoplay. I think Virtual DJ 2 has something like that. But when I switch to auto DJ mode or auto mix mode, which actually requires a couple of things on this particular controller, which is not ideal, but that's fine. I need to switch to internal mode. Well, actually, let me not do that. Let's revert. So I do not mess up my sound settings. Um, sorry. Sorry. Just got to get that out of here. Okay. So when you switch to the auto mix mode, what it does is, of course, so what this helps me do is particularly during cocktail hour. I can just set up a playlist. So, I can go to a wedding, for instance. Which one? One of my wedding playlists. Let's pick one of them out. One that has a cocktail hour. I do not see any okay, the cocktail hour. So I can just load this up and then just have it play. Now with auto mix, you have a couple of options. You can automatically set the types of transitions that you want. So you can like set it so that tracks echo between each other, or you can just have the program choose whatever it wants, whatever it deems fit to transition between, whatever effects it deems fit to transition between songs. You can set the duration of the transition, so like 4 seconds of the end of one song into 4 seconds of the beginning of the other. And then you can also even sync the tempo. I prefer not to sync the tempo because, of course, they're all varying tempos. If I was doing like a set that was all EDM, then sure. Or, Afrobeat, something that, they all have similar tempos, then we could sync the tempo. But with that, what I can do is I can just have this playing for cocktail hour and it just plays. And then when it's time for the reception, it's just as easy as switching out of there to the reception playlist, which has, all the songs for like intros, and so on and so forth. So particularly when I'm doubling as an MC, everything is right here. I don't need to switch things. I don't need to switch context too much. Everything is right here. I can just, move on to this one and start. So let's go back to the 2 deck view. Stop that. So that's the first thing for me. And like I said, this is it's a decision based on my workflow for most of the events that I do. I need to be able to play. Sometimes the cocktail hours setup is in a separate location. So what I'll do is I'll load the playlist for that onto another player. I actually have an old iPhone 5S, which is running DJ Pro, believe it or not. And then I just hook it up to a Bluetooth speaker, and I just have that playing. Same controls, same transition controls, same, everything, just on an iPhone 5S. And then I have that playing. But in situations where I need to be able to control cocktail hour into reception from one place, then I need to be able to do everything from this software. So that's that. Now let's talk about the other thing that is the big selling point for me, and that is their collections. All right. So we have playlists. Well, we'll talk about two things. First of all, streaming integration, so streaming service integration, and also DJ's collections. Look on the left here that I'm clicking through. This connects to a bunch of things. So you've got Apple Music, well, iTunes, what used to be iTunes. There's also Apple Music, which I do not subscribe to. iTunes. There's this other service. Oh, DJ has its own music service. It's cool. Tidal, SoundCloud. I believe this is Beatport. I don't use that. It's more for the EDM lovers. BeatSource. And then, of course, you can also browse.
What exactly is EDM? Is that electronic dance music?
Yes, electronic dance music. So if you do a lot of that, this will be helpful. And then, excuse me. So with this, I have access to streaming services, which really helps because there are just some weddings where they request things that I do not. Okay, let me start. Let me do it this way. I'm going to share with you a playlist from a wedding that I did at the end of of last year. I need to switch contexts here. There we are. Okay. So this is a wedding that I did last year. Danielle and Devin. I hope you can see my web browser screen this time.
Yeah.
Okay. So timeline of music. I'll go to, by the way, this is Vibo DJ. I know DJ Rachel talked about it that last time she was on we had that webinar with her. And it's proven to be a very helpful tool. But anyway, so look at the list. Look at the songs by The Cure, David Bowie, Devo, La Cassette, Fleetwood Mac, Rick Springfield. Well, I like that song actually. That's one of my favorite. Tegan and Sarah. I'm picking out these songs because a lot of these Duran Duran, a lot of these songs, modern English, these are not things in my library. And honestly, I'm not going to download. There was a time where people would brag and say, I have 300,000 songs in my library, and that was a selling point. But honestly, in this age of streaming, being able to stream, or connect to streaming services to DJ, that point is kind of moot.
So what happens if you want to connect to a streaming service and you happen to be in the basement? There's no internet connection.
Oh, well, that's why there is a there is a bit of legwork you need to do and, preparing beforehand. So usually what I would do is, of course, I have the venue information. I know exactly what to expect from that place. And then, either connect to their internet. I always have my own, what you call it? What's that thing called? Mobile hotspot. There you go. Mobile hotspot, which I have, is a service I subscribe through my mobile service or cell phone service. I know that's another problem, but like I said, I'm not DJing a whole set from the internet. Of course, I do have a library which I've built and I keep building over the years. So I do have a lot of my own songs locally. However, there are events that I do, like Danielle's wedding last October, where there's there's some songs that I can deal with. I can get through the event without downloading them. I just need to connect to the streaming service, and I know I'm never going to play those songs again. So like, I think it's for me. Like I said, this is all personal. I've gotten to a point where knowing my library and properly curating my library, as in the local library, is more important to me than hoarding all the songs in the world.
Yeah.
I don't need to have all the songs in the world. I don't play all the songs in the world at every event. I know the ones that I play most of the time. And so those ones I have. Also songs that I enjoy, those I'll download. Because of course, as DJs, we should all be music lovers, right? So yeah, I love music. And so I enjoy music, and those that I enjoy I download. Those that I play most of the time I download. But everything else, just outsource it to the cloud, as it's called. So coming back to DJ. So so for Danielle, so right. For those songs that I know I will not download, I just find them on on Tidal, because I do subscribe to Tidal's extended service, extended membership or whatever subscription, which allows you to connect as a DJ, apply stems, on songs you're streaming, so forth. So I just find those songs on here. Now that takes me to collections. All right. So now if I need to find. So within DJ Pro, kind of like crates in Serato, this is like DJ's crates. They call them collections. Here, they basically created a way that you can really arrange all your playlists. You can break them into, buckets. I mean, Serato does this as well. The Serato even has smart playlists. This has this as well. So let's look at Danielle and Devin's wedding. Now, you'll notice right off the bat, let's go to Open Dance. If you can see, notice on this source icon, source column, you can see that's That's a file icon. So that's a song on my laptop. That's the title icon. That's the song on title. That's the beat source icon. That's the song in beat source. And it goes on and on. With DJ, you can have this composite playlist where you have everything from your local, everything from Tidal. You could have, this is an old one. You could have everything from BeatSource too. However, man, we're fighting this battle with music licensing. Basically, now when I create a new playlist, you cannot mix songs from different streaming services, which explains why in Serato, for instance, if you have a BeatSource account and a Tidal account, you can only connect to one of them at once. In DJ, I can connect to all of them at once, which is perfect. I did a wedding in Puerto Rico earlier this year. You know, this Nigeria bride and groom, they required a lot of Christian music where the artists are only, it's only on SoundCloud or YouTube. So I was able to just connect to SoundCloud and then drop everything, pull everything that I needed. So that was perfect. But yeah, now, if I try to add a beat source song and a title song to the same playlist of, collection, yeah, it complains. So I've figured out ways to go around that. Most of the time, I do not need that much of a mix. Most of the time, I just need songs from my local and songs from Tidal. Or many times, like if I do school dances, a song from from my local library and then a song from Beat Source or Tidal. But usually it's either or. But the point is, with this, I can have a composite playlist. I don't think anybody else does that. And please correct me if I'm wrong, like those that use virtual DJ or even Tractor. Nobody else does this, which is perfect, you know, um, for a wedding like this. So, so that for me, that is really the big thing. And like I said, it's a decision that I made based on what I do and what my workflow demands, you know. So that's that. The last thing, of course, is stems. These folks pioneered it as neural mix. This was a couple of years ago. This was before stems. Um, I mean, we all know what it is. We can all, you can isolate the drum section, bass, harmonic, and vocals. Here, you can choose between the two, those four, or just three. Or if you just want to do drums and vocals, you can switch to that. Sorry, instrumental and vocals, you can do that. I just keep it at four because that gives me a bit more control. Another cool thing about this is actually you can apply effects individually to each, to each stem. So for instance, if I wanted to echo out just the vocals, I can do that. Or if I wanted to apply like a flanger or something to just the vocals, I can do that, which allows for more control. You can also control the volume on each stem individually, which I believe is awesome as well. That helps. So sometimes you want to like if I have a loop going and I wanted to just gradually fade in the vocals or something, just to create like, some kind of vibey effect. I can do that as well. But yeah, so that's DJ. There are a couple other things too. I know DJ Tunde has been marveling at a lot of stuff he's been discovering lately. I know they have something in the virtual reality space right now, which I think is pretty cool. I'm not a VR person or AR person, so that's not really my thing. But I'm sure at some point, well, I'll play with it. Um, yeah, they just keep innovating, making things. My only problem, so I'll just round up with the problems that I experience. Hardware compatibility. So I love this Rain 4. Let me switch out. Let me change screen. Sorry. Second. Um, oh, interesting. Let me change screens. Where are you? Okay. All right. So Rain 4. Everybody loves it. The Rain Performer came out recently, you know, blowing everybody away. That's great. Personally, my favorite controller is the DDJ 1000 SRT. I have it actually. I have it here. So whenever I'm doing events, mostly like Niger events, because for a lot of my Niger songs or African events, I usually download the music. So for that, I use Serato. I use Serato because Serato is super smooth with all of the controllers that it supports. DJ Pro, not so much. You have to, if you look at the list of supported software, many of them have asterisks beside them, and they tell you, oh, the jog wheel displays don't work. This doesn't work. Effects doesn't work. It doesn't work for this controller, this, that. SRT, same thing. There's some things that just do not work properly with DJ Pro, and I find ways around it. But as a DJ, you don't want to be thinking about stuff like that. You just want to play. You need to be able to move quickly. You're thinking about music and getting the people moving. You don't want to be thinking about your tech as you're doing that. You're disadvantaging yourself. So you're putting yourself at a disadvantage. So hardware compatibility. The Rain 4 so far has been pretty good. Honestly, there's still some quirks, but I've found ways around them. If you want something that ties in seamlessly, you don't have to think about, going over hoops or whatever to make things work. I always recommend, like Serato, even Virtual DJ too, much better with hardware support. It's pretty buggy. I've shared in the chat how at a wedding I did last year, I was actually using the Reloop Mixon then with DJ, and the music stopped. Like everything stopped. I had to reboot everything, my computer, the controller. I had no idea what was going on. Like 10 minutes. Thankfully, the guests were cool about it. At some point, they were making their own music and clapping their hands and so on. But yeah, you don't want to be in a situation like that. That was kind of dreadful. I had to give the couple a partial refund as well. But at the end, everybody was cool about it. But yeah, you don't want things like that to happen. You need stability. You need something that integrates. And unfortunately, DJ has been lacking in that aspect for a while. But they're getting better. They're getting better. So yeah, that's all I have to share right now.
Thank you. That was lovely. We got
All right,
DJ
awesome.
Andy Pro back. Are you able to do something with us now? We've also got Tinuola Nash in the house.
Mm-hmm. All right. Do I need to share my screen?
If you can,
to show
yes.
you some stuff. Yeah, let me try and see if I can. Look, I'm not good about this. So, okay. All right. I'm sharing. Can you see this?
So we can see a blank screen at the minute. Oh,
okay, there we go. We can see it.
Yeah, you see now. Okay, this is actually, I got into this quite about 3 months ago. And DJ Studio. So for DJ mixes, and you can do edits on it as well. And it got stems, 0.2, and actually, is I heard about feedback about digital DJ mixes and the analog, the one we used to do. That the analog, the digital one is like cheating. You understand? So, but I look at it, because if you sit down and see how to grab the waves on the digital software for DJ mixes, it takes a lot of time more than the analog. And the most advantage of this is this: if you do a mix for the next 3 years, if you have your file, you can still go in there and make changes anytime. So that is one cool thing about it. And I'm going to start from here now. This is like if you want to start your DJ mix. Can you hear me clearly, sir?
We can hear you, but first thing, is this a free software? How much do we have to pay a month?
No. This is, you have to buy one-off. This is one-off.
A one-off.
You have to
Alright.
pay, yeah,
Oh,
one-off
single
payment.
purchase. Okay, okay.
Yes.
How
Yeah,
much?
but what I think is now I got mine for about 100 and because I bought stem separately, close to about 120 pounds.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's
with the
doable.
stem. Yes. Now, and if you buy that, you know, it's like I said, it's not easy. Like if you are not into this the wave digital mix before, it's going to piss you up at some point. But if you have to just continue to put in more effort, you get there. Okay, like you can see, it's just like Serato DJ as well, the way we do our music and all that. But the difference there is it doesn't have pitch, it doesn't have juggling. But all those things are incorporated in this in another way. Right. So I'm going to just take, because I have a little time because I'm going to start here, you know, just to show you a few things about this. So if you are interested, okay, like this is the latest mix I'm doing at the moment. Right. I'll show you the way it works. Can you see this now? Can you see the screen?
Yes.
Yeah, you can see the screen.
Yes.
This is the mix. This is the latest mix I started 2 days ago. You see, these are the stem part of it. So if I play, can you hear it?
If you're playing,
Hello?
we can't hear any play, but we can hear you.
Yeah, you can. Oh, okay, you can hear
We
me.
can hear
Okay.
you, but
That's
no
it.
music.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, this is it. So these are the already made ones. So let me go back and just give you the insights about, you know, how to put in your music.
DJ Andy,
Yeah.
if you stop sharing and reshare with sound, there is a button
An
at the
option.
bottom that says share with sound. So stop sharing and then reshare again, and then
Okay.
you see that option. So yeah.
Okay. So if I say share.
And then share with sound.
Oh, share with sound. That's
audio.
okay.
Correct.
But I'm not used to this.
I know nobody knows Zoom anymore.
Yeah. Okay. Now 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Now, so I can play from here now. Let's see. Can you hear me?
No,
We can.
Yeah.
Yep, we hear it now.
Just listen. Just listen to it. Just listen to it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Because that's one. So it's not easy to get there. Like this is like the soca one. Now you can see there's no difference in this with analog mix.
So basically what you're saying is, unlike before where you have to stay by your deck with your headphones
Yes.
on, doing everything,
Yes.
you can't take a break. You have to wait the whole 60 minutes. With
Thank
this,
you.
when you can set it up, go away, come back, change it, flip it, reverse it.
Yes. Even though if you do a complete DJ set and then you play it back and you find out that about 3 set of tracks is not good, you can pull them out and change it.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah. Now, and I've been with this for over 14 years with the digital, because for over 14 years I've never used my deck to mix. This is what I use. So because I started from Mixmaster to Ableton Live, then this is the newest one. And this one is very good because you got update every day. This is you just keep away from stress of mixing.
Interesting.
But the
That
point
is
is
very
it's harder than manual. Very harder than manual, because like look at this stage now. You can see these are the big beats. You see, these are the big beats. So you need to
in this
make
case
sure
right
that
now, this one is a little bit off, right? So you have to adjust it.
Yeah, you have to. Yeah, yeah. You have to your 2 finger. That's it. Before you can see that, you adjust it. You have to adjust it. If you play it now, let me play from here now. You see what happened. Now you see. You can see the first time when they first newly did this DJ studio, you know the big grid, you have to do them manually. But 2 days ago, I find out that they did an update. When the music is playing, the big grid will swap by himself.
Oh, wow. That's similar to
DJ, yeah. DJ does that too.
Yeah, you understand?
Interesting.
You understand? So yeah, this is very, very, I'm telling you, this is a very, very good software for DJ mixes. Trust me. Now, you can see the setting of the Zoom. Okay, this is transition side. You can see the transition side, the drum, the bass, the melody, and the vocal. So if I have time now, let me try and do one for you to be able to know. Even here, you can do manually. If you don't want to go there, you can do manually. You can see if I do this one now, let me do a sample of this one for you, the manual one. The manual STEMI. I can decide to put everything back. You see them? I can put them back and then remove them. You see, I took off the bass. Yes.
Thanks for that. I think what would be very, very at least illuminating for me is if you do a quick 4 tracks,
mix. Okay, let me do that now. Let me do that.
Sorry, Lady X.
No, it's all good.
So now, go back to the studio. So, I'm going to save that one. Now. So let me take about 2. Let's see, wait.
And the world is such a small place now. I'm looking at all those interfaces.
I thought that I would spend the next few days learning how to sew. Now you've put this in my life. I have to learn this.
Oh, sorry, I'm trying to, okay, +1 and +2. Yeah, these are the new tracks here. These are the new tracks. And now we have to expand to start from you can see the big grid from the beginning. Sorry for, yeah, this is the beginning. So what we need to do here is when you want to start from the point. You can see the beat where the beat is. Yeah, here. You have to.
Okay, so you can adjust it like that.
Yes. That's it. You can see. Yeah, this one is something. You can see on the beat.
Okay.
So this one is aligned. Now you now go to the end. This is where the job is. Like if I want to mix from here now. Now, I need to get where to
send her transfer money, she not come, she use the money to solve. I finally catch her for Joshua, started talking. I want her, but she push it love to me. Bluetooth, no too much talking. I let my biggie dicky do the talking. Look up.
Don't stop me, go, one flog me, go, say. Some be sure says I know do, we could start drop, say. Don't stop me,
I'm looking for
one flog me, go, say.
Bluetooth, no too much. I let my biggie dick started talking. I want her, but she push it love to me. Bluetooth, no too much talking. I let my biggie dick do the talking. Look up.
Don't stop me, go, one flog me, go, say. Some be sure says I know do, we could start drop, say.
Now, I will drag the transition marker, which is this one.
Okay.
Well, you drag the transition marker down to this. So you need to expand it for you to get the right here. Here you go. Yeah, that's it. So now I can shade the first track off. Now let me try and shade the first track off. Yeah, that one. That's what I need now.
What did you just do there?
Yeah, you go to the solo. You can see solo.
Okay.
There you choose the one that you want to be on.
I see.
Yeah, because I
want
the two to be on. So yes, that's solo. So you drag in this one back from beginning. Drag it back in from the beginning. Sorry for. Okay, right. This from beginning. Yeah, here. Then you can expand it as well, so to make sure that it's on the beat. The beat grid is right. So now one more. Yeah, that's it. So now let's see if the beat grid is at the same. So now let's start from here, then reduce it back, and then I play.
Talking. I want to knock, but she love to me. Bluetooth, no too much talking. I let my biggie dicky do the talking. Look up.
So you can see now, it's not aligned. It's not aligned. So I have to go back. That is the main job there. That's why it's very hard than doing a normal mix. So you have to keep on going back and back. Okay, let me now do this one alone now. So see. Yes. Okay. Try. Yeah, I want this one. I think this one is the problem. So
for money, she not come, she use the money to suck. I finally catch her for Joshua, started talking. I want knock, but she love to me. Bluetooth, no too much talking. I let my biggie dicky do the talking. Look up.
Don't stop me, don't go. One flog me, go. Say, submission says I no do. Quick style, drop, say. Don't stop me, don't go. One flog me, go. Say, submission says I no do.
Because of the problem I'm having, because of the share, this screen I shared.
Okay.
So it's not dropping on the beat; it's dropping on the wrong side. So I can't see particularly where I need to be. Okay, let me see.
Okay, so
catch up for Joshua, started talking.
Hold on.
So no too much talking. I let my biggie dicky do the talking. Look up.
Don't stop me, don't go.
Okay, let's try. Let me try this.
Don't stop me.
Finally catch up for Joshua, started talking. I want knock, but she love to me. Bluetooth, no too much talking. The talking. Look up.
Don't stop me, don't go. One flog me, go. Say, submission says I no do. Quick style, drop, say. Don't stop me, don't go. One flog me, go. Say, submission says I no do. Quick style,
okay. I can't get it because of the screen.
That's fine, Andy.
Yeah, I can't get it because of the screen. Because like the thing, instead of it dropping on the beat, you drop on the other one. So I can't figure out which one is dropping on.
Can you show us the effects that it has? I can see effect categories. What kind of effects?
The effect is got a lot of effect. Like here, you can see down here.
Yeah.
The playlist, it shows the playlist of the songs. And here, the transition. And here is the transition. You have the equalizer. That is what you want to do in manual. Okay, let's try this one now. Like the volume, if you want the crossfading, you put that, you can see, you do the crossfading of the two tracks by itself. So you can adjust the curve with this.
Right.
How you want it to be curved.
Okay.
Yeah. Then if you want it to fade in, you understand me? The fading, that's the one coming in to fade in. You do that, then you have the curve as well. So you have the swap. This one is beat swap, volume swap. So at the end of here, the one going out, the volume will cut off, and the one coming in, the volume will start.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what it means there. So if you want to do manual, that's it. And the manual, you can click at any point here, you understand me, drag down, you can do whatever you want to do. You understand me? If you want to start the mix from here, or you want to means to end here. All you just need to do is to quickly point and then do that, and then drag this one down. Drag it down, and that's the end of the track. That's the manual. Okay, let's go to effect. This is the effect. Well, I don't normally use much effect, but what I use here is the loop out and this switch. That's why the riser. That's why I use there. So I don't use much effect. But the stem aspect, this stem aspect here. So you will decide on what you want to remove from the stem. You want to remove the drum, you can remove the drum, the bass. It depends on the way you join your mix and the way you want it to be. So you will only select this one by yourself with your own pattern. So this is this. Like if you can see now, it's none. If I choose none, everything will go off. You see. So you will now start to create. If you want big swap here, you will swap. Then if you do big swap on the beat, the same thing, everything big swap, you can see the way you did it. So that is it. So that's the effect on that one. Then the tracks. These are the tracks. We don't need to do anything here unless you want to change them. Then the effect. Yeah, this is where you need a work. That's on the setting of the sound quality of the tracks. This is where it comes. So let me go on this one, first one now, and see. Play on this one. You can see. So like here, this is what I normally. So this is my normal setting. I'm doing my own normal setting. This is my own normal setting here. This is my own normal setting. You can't be mixed. So you can change it to anyone you want. So as long as it's not going into red. So that's that one. Then the master. This is the master. This is the master. This is the volume. And this one, the compass. The compass make the sound more lively if you adjust it. So you have to adjust that to your own pattern as well, the way you want it. So that's all about And if you want to put in your voiceover, here is the voiceover. Then you can just go out to the tracks.
So when you want to do a voiceover, you have to connect a microphone and speak into a microphone?
You don't need to. You just have to bring in file. Bring in the file here. Yeah. Right, see, right. Here's the sample. When you click on this one, then you drag your sample into it. Then when you drag it into it, then you drag the sample into this thing. Yeah, it will stay here. That's it. That's it. Okay, let me try one if I can. Do you want me to try one for you and see?
Yeah, if you can.
Okay. Okay.
So which one did you get? There's Studio for £99, there's Pro for £149, and there's Pro plus stems for £250, but they're currently doing it for £200.
That's mine. That's £250.
Right.
Yeah, that's one I have too.
Oh, that's mine.
You got it as well.
You know now.
Yay!
You know.
I'm getting it.
So that's the best one, though. I'll be honest. That's the Pro is the best one. The Pro plus 10 is the best one.
Yeah, because I saw how on the fly, how we did the stem splitting when we were showing.
Yes.
Not pre-config, it's just on the fly, just did the stem. I saw
it. Yeah, that's it. So it's the best.
So what this means is you can actually start a mix and leave, because people say, yes, where's your mix? I'll be like, I haven't got time. I haven't got 60 minutes to do a mix.
Yes.
Play it back. You can start it, go away, come back, continue.
Yes.
Now, yes, that's the best thing. You know, I've told you about 40 years ago. That's what I've been doing. Now you look at all my mixes here. See them.
Wow.
I can go back into this one. See, I can go back into this one. If I want to make changes, I'll just change it. This is the one I did before the other one.
So
if I want to change this track now.
So when you now finish, do you now burn it as one file? You export it as one file?
You don't, no. Okay, look at this one. Let me give you a very quick sample of this one. This is the whole complete mix. So if I need to get the file now, all I need to do is to export. You can see?
Right.
That's it. Well, if you want way, you do it in a way. You understand? So then, always use this limiter because like it's going to readjust all the track into the normal volume. So if I say so if I say export, it's just to export it. You see, it's exporting the whole complete mix as MP3. So I've had that one, so that's why I need to just stop it.
Interesting.
So see,
phenomenal.
So that's it. So even this one, as a DJ, as an old-time DJ, like we legends that we are talking, this is what we need to have. You can do your mix without bothering setting up anything.
Interesting.
Yeah, you can do your mix, but the very good thing you have to learn first about this is make sure you create your mix folder on Serato.
Your playlist
on Serato. Yeah, put it into a folder, then get into studio. That's it.
Okay. Why Serato? What about virtual DJ?
Yeah, anyone.
I'm sorry for
I couldn't. You know, I couldn't.
Virtual DJ, man. DJ Tunde.
All right. Okay.
Yeah. So that's all about. So if anybody need anything to know about it, I got my number. Just give me a shout, then we talk about it.
Superb.
Wow.
This
Lady
is
X.
wonderful.
Yeah, this is really cool.
Yeah.
So any question about it?
I think we've been here for an hour and 20 minutes. So we'll probably have maybe 10 more. There's no way that we can cover this in one session. I really love this.
I think this is what we need. A starter, if you want it, take it away and run with it yourself. We're not going to cover it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely. So, Baba, whatever, I know you're in the lineup. What do you have for us? Lady X, please go back at it.
So, DJ, whatever, I think you're up next. What you got for us, boss?
I don't have anything. I'm just here to learn.
Don't do us like this, so.
I
was expecting you to bring your decks and scratch. We've got you down as mastering mixtapes.
I was like me mastering mixtapes, BT Bawo.
Why didn't you say then to Tunde and he would have allocated something else to you? Maybe scratching. You can show us scratching, I see a turntable in front of you.
No, it's just my small controller. I was in the middle of a mix earlier on, so that's why it's still set up. But I have a question or two regarding the algorithm DJ software, because I was using it yesterday. Okay. I've heard this as well from my brother. My brother uses it as well. I like the sync. The sync is a lifesaver. I was never into sync, but I tried it last. Yes, it is. I tried it last night, and I was like,
"This is unbelievable!"
Like a teenager seeing movies for the first time. Yep. I'm sorry.
I know.
Can you show us the sync? Because we've heard about the sync on DJ Pro. Can you show us? If you have Sunny Ade.
The issue is I'm actually connected through my phone and not.
I could see that. So, I could see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, I can't share my screen.
Okay, the Covenant challenge there too, though.
Yeah. So the issue I have is once I have the sync locked in and say I load a track with a higher BPM and I want to adjust the BPM. I then have to push my pitch back for it to activate the pitch.
Yes.
That is a deal breaker for me.
That's true.
And the other thing is like you have in Serato where you can just drag one track from a player to the other one. I can't do that with DJ Pro.
No, you can. You can. I can show you.
I tried it.
Okay, so are you is the problem your like the shortcut? Because I know in Serato you just hold like control or whatever, and then the arrow.
No. With Serato, you go to the deck plane and just drag to the other player.
Oh, drag and drop.
Drag and drop. I can't do that with DJ Pro.
So in DJ Pro, well, I mean, usually on the controller, you have, so where my fingers are, I'm pointing to the knobs that you use to load tracks on each.
Yes.
Right. So if I'm playing a track on this side, all I need to do is double tap this one, and then load it.
Yes.
And it's the same thing.
Yeah, the same thing on Serato.
So yeah, and I know Serato does. I'm surprised.
Oh, okay.
Well,
double tap.
I know the drag and drop doesn't work.
Okay,
I know drag and drop. That one doesn't work in DJ, but you should be able to use your controller.
I've always been that drag and drop bald-headed dude.
Jimmy's not here.
But aside
so I
from
did
that,
have a question about DJ Studio as well. Sorry, DJ. Whatever. Oh, I'm sorry. Please, DJ. Whatever.
No. I mean, aside from that, I'm loving the software. I'm beginning to transfer my crates from Serato to DJ Pro now using a third-party software.
What software are you using?
Wait, what? Yeah, what are you using?
Let me see. No, not Lexicon. I did download.
Lexicon is not doing it. Yeah, Lexicon is not doing it.
Oh, they don't support
this
DJ.
This one is called DJ Conversion Utility.
Yeah, that's
okay.
it.
Yep.
Oh, DJ Conversion Utility.
Let me find it.
That's it.
I'm going to buy it right now. As a matter
I
of fact.
told you last time.
Yeah, DJ Conversion.
It's the best.
So, but I think for Lexicon, I haven't tried it yet. I think you convert to iTunes first, and then from iTunes you get your DJ Pro.
That's what I did.
Your iTunes crates.
Yeah, that's probably it.
Yeah, that's what I did. But
because that's what DJ Conversion Utility is doing as well. Convert to Rekordbox and then to iTunes, and then from iTunes back to DJ Pro.
Yeah.
So that's what I've been doing for the past 3 days, and I'm still here.
Wow. But what this shows, right? What this shows to me is the emergence of this DJ Pro software.
Yeah.
So
yeah, absolutely.
Going through this kind of hoops to get their
I'm sorry, Malga. I was telling my missus that look, you can DJ now. All you need to know is know where your downbeat is.
Yes.
Yeah.
Even if you drop it slightly off,
it will auto arrange.
It will fix it for you. Yeah.
This demon will fix it.
Unbelievable.
So I was like, oh my God, why am I stressing myself? Even when you scratch and drop off beat, it adjusts.
It adjusts it.
So I'm like, okay, probably the next 2 or 3 years, all you need to know is the downbeat, and anyone can DJ. Like they said, in about 2 or 5 years, DJing will become obsolete. AI will take over or something.
So tracks that have beats that are not some constant, like it changes. Will it automatically adjust that for you?
Yeah, it does.
Those old school tracks.
Let me see if I
think you showed that DJ Tunde. I think you put a demo of that, right?
Yeah, I did the demo the other day. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it when I was playing and I decided to scratch on my deck, and then all of a sudden it automatically catches up.
It does. Man, that thing a demon.
It was unbelievable. I couldn't believe it.
Not slip though. Is that not slip? Or vinyl slip or something like that?
No.
I mean, when you're dropping is not accurate, it matches
it's just
like.
Yeah, exactly.
It just helps you along.
Yeah.
Now, I heard this mix that my brother did that he used Kwam One's consolidation, and I was like, this is not possible now. Now, he said, "Oh, Moji, Moji later."
Anything more way, no more way.
I tried it as well. I was like, oh my God. Even Almighty Ladies Night. Oh boy. DJ Pro put Ladies Night to shame, man.
So
okay.
It was steady. It was steady
now,
throughout.
What I was saying, what I thought to myself when I experienced this last week, I mean, I talked to Andy Pro about it, is that it's as if there is somebody, you know, that even before
like
you
somebody else in the background.
Yeah, before you started playing the other track, it's as if DJ Pro is already playing it. I know everything.
All you need to do is just drop it.
Everything.
Just drop it. DJ Pro does the rest.
Analyzes everything. Yeah.
But my biggest issue is just the conversion. But I'm going to try the conversion utility today.
That's the best one.
Yeah. So it's 10:30. It's 10:30 a.m. We should do this more often. You know, maybe once a month. I'm really
sorry, Tune. Can I quickly show you?
Sorry.
Yeah, can I quickly show you a software?
Sure.
And which I know most DJ doesn't even know, and they know, but they don't use it. Which is the best for DJ? As a DJ, it's a must-have software.
Please.
It's called Platinum Notes.
Oh.
Now.
AC told me about this many years ago.
No, this is the best ever.
It's called what?
Platinum Notes. No, let me share my screen in a short time, then show you what it looks like. And you know, like all these songs, if you stay with Casey play music, you can see it doesn't juggle with all the faders, because all the songs, the volume are the same, the decibel, they are the same. That's the Platinum do that. Now I will share my screen and show you the pen. That's the latest one. I will share the screen now and show you this one.
Yeah, I'm supposed to.
So it's a must-have now.
DJ Tune, you can leave us to it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll be back. Go ahead.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it. That's the Platinum Note.
Platinum Notes.
Yeah. So if you yeah. Can you see it?
Yes, we can see your screen.
Yeah. Now this is the Platinum Note. Now let me say, okay, let me see if I can drag 2 songs there, and then you see the difference this software make.
So
DJ.
what is this? Is it for recording? Is it just
it's not for recording. It's not for recording. It's for removing clicks and erratic noises from your songs. You understand me? Then it's going to the volume is going to be accurate. You understand me?
Right.
That's what I want to show you. I want to drag into.
Thank you.
I can see
so can it clean out, you know, like when you rip songs from like vinyl or really old tracks, does it clean those up as well?
Of course. That's why they do this. That's why they did this. And me and Casey have been using this long time ago. You understand? So I just want to try and see if I can drag into song. And here you see the work that this does. Very, very interesting thing. I'm coming up.
How do you find out about these things, Andy Pro?
Well, me, I don't sleep. I do research. All the software we're talking about, I don't sleep. So I don't sleep. So everything I have to go. So let me do this one and show you this one now. And you see how it works. Let's say 2 tracks here. If this is okay, 1, 2, right. Right, you can see? Yeah, see these 2 tracks now. You can see the 2 tracks.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can see the 2 tracks here. So when you just say start, I think this one are mixes. So they are mixes. It's not going to get down. Okay, let me.
Does it correct the beats as well? Does it move them?
No, it's only what you correct is hold on, let me do this one. This one will be better. Okay.
3-0.
Let's celebrate.
3-0.
Now you can see, you see here, you see the volume here. That's what it does. See the volume here. You can see the original volume is 14.2 decibel. You can see. So which is too loud.
It's a bit, right.
So you now bring them back because I did this 12.6. That's already my configuration.
Right, that's your setting.
That's where I want it to be. Yeah, that's my
Right.
setting. You understand? So it's going to bring if you put 100 songs here, you will bring them to 12.6, all of them.
So that means all your music will now have the same volume. You don't have to worry
The
about
same volume. Yeah,
too
you don't
loud.
have to worry. Yes. You don't have to worry.
See, the problem with this for people like me now is once you do this, now you have to start putting your cue points in all of your music all over again.
No, it doesn't change anything from cue point.
Oh, it doesn't generate a new file.
It doesn't. No.
Okay.
It doesn't change anything from cue point. This is made by Serato DJ by Mission Key.
So it doesn't generate a new file. So your album art, everything will be there. All the tags.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, you can try it. If you drag one song now, you see the key point comes up. All my folders, all my play folders, I use this, and all the key point is there. So it doesn't have anything to do with there. So this is a must have DJ. This is the first app a DJ must have. Because of all this, you know, the way all the MP3 is, they are not equal in their volume and all that, up and down. So once you have this, you have the rest assurance that, you know, you are not playing on the loud volume on the left and the right. So, yeah. So that's it. Okay. I might probably be off now because I'm made to start playing now, no 42. So I just took part of your time away.
Amazing.
Hello?
We can hear you.
Yeah. So I might probably step down now.
Okay.
Because I need to start playing.
You have to go. Okay.
Yeah, I have to go.
Thank you so much.
Let me know. Maybe when next we coming back together, I'll just send it out and we create a time for that.
This has been great. Thank you so much, y'all. Thank you.
Okay, yeah, this has been really good.
Right.
I think Casey's dropped off. I think Tunde's going to get ready for church. So yeah, we'll catch up in the forum. Thank you everyone for your time. I've learned a lot, and it's been extremely beneficial for me. So have a good week, and we'll speak on the forum.
All right then.
Okay. Bye,
everyone.
Have a good day. Bye.
Bye. Thank you, Andy. Thank you, whatever. Thank you, Covenant Child. How do let's first of all stop the recording. Can't stop the recording. Did you see? Only one that can stop the recording. Record. No. And I can't end the meeting. I can only leave. Even though I'm a co-host. I'm sorry.
All right. Okay.
Oh yeah, we've gone. I was trying to see if I can